Hey folks, welcome back to Hopped and Wrenches. You know, I was thinking to myself for a little bit earlier, there's a lot of different videos and stuff out there on the ins and outs and mechanics of brewing, which is absolutely fantastic. But one thing I have yet to see, and probably because I wasn't really searching too amazingly hard, was the breaking down of a three-piece, I guess this would be called a ball valve. So let's go ahead and kind of dive into that. I have one here. This is my, ooh, don't you go nowhere. This is my mash tun, and as you can see, my lovely St. Otter Brewing sticker, maybe possibly available at some point, sometime, maybe, possibly, I don't know. If I order more, would anybody even be interested in them? We'll see. Anyway, so the St. Honored Otter, isn't he just the cutest thing you've ever seen in your life? So, I'm gonna go ahead and break this guy down here for you. Once I get the right wrench is always the wrong idea. When in doubt, I'm gonna go ahead and are amazing, you know? You don't know what size it is? It's all the sizes. Oh, that's actually a little loose. You might have to fix that a little bit later on, folks. Hang on a second. Woo. Surprised that didn't leak on me. Might have been getting close to it. I was just old enough to know better. I'm still too young to care. All right. Okay, so we're going to do the kind of even more or less rightish thing here. We're actually going to pop this off from back here. Now for this, there we go. Now for this, I'm using this little guy right here. This wrench will get most of your internals and stuff for, like, say, your mash tun setups. We get most of that taken care of for you. I'm gonna move you over here a little bit. Do you mind if I move you over a little bit? I kind of feel like I'm having to jump back and forth between craziness and ideas here. All right. Go ahead and pull this puppy on apart. And then you got another little washer in there. That washer, make sure you put it to the inside. And your little red rubber gasket. At least mine's red. And voila, just like that. All right, so we got our little deal in front of us here. And again, I'm gonna move you. I'm gonna move you a lot. You're just gonna have to get used to it. Okay. So we got our deal here. So this is pretty simple, basic concepts. Got a bunch of gunk on the back of this. Good night. I'm brewing beer with this thing. So anyway. Well, no wonder. I freaking railed that ram-a-lam ding-dong that thing so far on home, it don't know what it's doing now. So we're just going to go ahead and kind of leave that as it is. So this is three-piece ball lock style valve. And this one goes on the front of my mash tun. I also have one on my hot liquor tank or hot water tank or sparge tank or that thing that you set up really high. That thing. So, we're going to break this guy on down. Are you out of focus? You seem out of focus. You're on my phone, so just... All right. That's enough of that clowning around. And Get our little tools out here. Of course I don't have the right size. Why would I have the right size? As you can tell, I'm not a super professional in any of this. You are 13. Yay! All right. We'll go ahead and break her loose here. Righty-tighty, lefty-loosey-yo. Deal on the other side. One thing about brewing beer is you got to make sure you have at least some semblance of proper toolage. That's why I actually have a really nice little deal back here. I'll probably show you in a minute. Breaking on loose. Break it on down there. You're probably screaming at me through your TV. Why are you holding it? Or through your, whatever you're watching this on. Why are you holding it like that? I don't know. You know, it's almost hard to believe that outside of this, I'm a technician. Hold on. I might end up just fast forwarding through this. This is also a great way too, if you really want to get down to the nitty gritty of cleaning it out. See how that just kind of falls out like that? It's really neat actually. Alright, there we go. There's the breakdown of the 3-piece ball lock. Now, those here too, you just have this little silicon, or is it silicon? Silicant? Silly. Smells like my last brew too. It's probably not a good thing. All right. So let's go ahead and get us some paper towels, which I left on the other side of you. Don't know why. We can actually clean up a little bit as we go. We're going to set this off to the side just like that. Set you off to the side. You as well. You too. All right. And here is our main little guy right here. So now what we're going to do, give her a little tap just like that. Hello! Now I'm making dad jokes. Am I any good at it? Am I doing all right? All right. Ball comes out just like that. A little piece like that. And there you have it. There is the full breakdown of the 3-piece ball valve. lock valve. So we're going to go ahead, we're going to clean up our little bits here, and then we'll reassemble. Reassembly is, of course, just reverse of how you took it apart. So basically, if you want to really take a gander on in there, there's some of you I know that are probably screaming at your screen and everything. I know what that is. I'm not doubting you, okay? This is more for the people who may not know, or for people who've always been wondering, what does a 3-piece ball valve look like inside? Now you know. Remember them old days? Them old days you used to break open the remote and then can't figure out how to put the dang thing back together? That's what separates you from the technician. The technician has no idea how it goes back together either. They're just like, oh, I guess I did it this way, kind of part. So we're going to go ahead and clean this up, and good thing I did. There's actually some crud built. There's some crud in there. I don't like that. I don't like that at all, especially since beer is, you know, cleanliness is next to godliness. So let's be goddish and clean our stuff. I'm not really curious how people with like the rudimentary valves, how much gunk gets built up in those. Ew. Ew. Oh, and by the way, yes, I do know what these white pieces are called. They're polyurethane. Okay, it's urethane bushing. All right. So, like I said, reassembly is exactly reverse. So, again, in case you're wondering, you have your little notch that comes down here. Your ball has a corresponding slit. So what you're going to do is you're going to take this urethane piece, just like that. Take your ball, drops it on in. Look how it fits in there, okay? Look at this, look at this. On, off. It's actually such a simplistically genius form of engineering. Simplistically genius. Okay, so we got that cleaned up. We're going to look at our surfaces here, make sure they're nice and clean. We don't have a bunch of gunk built up in there, which looks like we were starting to. So let's get that out of there. So, in case you're wondering, I've been brewing for a little over a year now, officially brewing, and let me tell you, this is one of the most fun things I've ever done. But this is just kind of those little things you have to do in the in-betweens to ensure the highest of quality standards. All right, so now that's done. So we're going to go ahead and put it all back together here. First thing I'm going to do is I'm actually going to double check against my other valves because I like everything going the right way because I'm kind of a weirdo like that, I guess. So this is the back side. That's the back side. We're going to go ahead and do that. You'll notice you have this little deal here that corresponds with any one of these little deals here. It just helps you line things up. It makes life easier, okay? Not like perfect, but easier. So drop one in there like that. Come back out here. Throw you on like that. Simple, simple. Is it getting through to you? Is it getting through? Okay. And don't you ever put on a nut without a washer. Go ahead and put that together there. I had a guy at the shop that I work at came in and his suspension was just all over the place. And he had a lift kit installed. And the person that installed the lift kit put a bolt right through his CV boots on the front end of the truck. His front CV boots. Right into it. Because, you know, instructions, right? So, he said, well, the guy that I took it to, he works on Ferraris, stuff like like that. And all I could think to myself is, homeboy ain't certified. There was no washer on a single bolt. And let me tell you that. I think that drove me even more insane than anything else, was realizing there wasn't a single damn washer on any of them bolts. All right, so let's not doing this for time, I'm just trying to be quick about it so you don't get bored. Did it all for you, David. Okay, we're just gonna snug it down. There you go, quick simple functionality test. On, off, on, off. Reattach this guy right here. You're pretty much watching how to assemble a mash tun. So you're getting a good deal here, let me tell you. So I like to have it with these facing this way, just in case I decide I want to go ahead and just leave it on the piece. Normally I would, but because I'm doing this for demonstrational purposes, I took it off. That way this whole back plate and assembly here can stay in the mash tun, and you just unscrew this and she comes right off. All right. So since you are getting a 2-for-1 special here, I'll show you how to assemble the mash tun. Look like Wilson, don't I? Anyway. We'll go ahead and throw this mamma jamma back in. Let's get this out of the way, shall we? Angle this here towards you. Now, one of the biggest things you're going to have to note is when you get these from the store and you take this little, the little dispenser out down there, the hole is going to be smaller. Okay, so what you want, the hole is going to be smaller than what you need to actually insert your equipment. So what you're going to need is you're going to need just your washer here, and what I did is I just stuck it right up there like that. You mark out your inside diameter and you trim accordingly. Pretty simple stuff, huh? I'm telling you, this stuff don't take a genius to do, but it's more, it feels more intimidating than it really is. Okay, there's Ramalama Ding Dongs in right there, right that. Okay. Your red silicone washer first. I wish I could get you in here a little bit better, but I'm having a hard time with it. Okay, so your red silicone washer first. All right. And if I had some better equipment, this is where we're at, folks. Just like that. So what you're going to be seeing in there is that. You can make that out. Whoops. Okay. We're going to use this tool. We're going to tighten around down. said it was a little loose, so I'm glad I checked it. And we're going to tighten her down about like that. All right. And there you go. That's basically the basic steps of how to do that. So hope you enjoyed it. I know it was kind of long. It's like a 20-minute long video. So yeah. Hope you enjoyed. See you next time.